Hi everyone, welcome to our final stand-up of Panmee team. So firstly, before we start today, our agenda will go as follow. The first one will be the project update, followed by the project review that consists of Power BI update alongside with the Microsoft project. Then the third one will be the review and the retrospective. So now for our project update, I'll go to our Kanban board. All right, so here we could see the current work that needs to be done. Could Miranda and Junio briefly update us on what we've been done in the meantime?
Okay. So for the past week, Miranda and I have done all the tasks for under the cash movement tab, including the invoice tab, which is the new request by the client. So I will move this into the completed tab.
All right, thank you. During the time that you've done this task, is there any maybe like issue that you guys face or anything?
We want to update for the review design of the end user because in our intermediate statement, right, we state that actually it takes us like 7 days to finish the review design with the end user. But after the meeting, we realized that actually we've had a misunderstanding with it because the review design with the end user is actually just review the design before we start our work. But for that time, we actually include the tracking design with the end user, which in our progress, we keep updating with our end user with our Power BI design. So we include the progress, which is the create visual for the performance tabs and cash moment tab. So it actually just only take us 1 day for doing this review design with end user.
All right. So basically, there's like a misunderstanding that we done in the Microsoft project when we are updating the actual dates. Hence, these new changes will be made accordingly in the Microsoft project. Thank you for the update, Miranda. Now that we've actually finished our work, I'll go back to our presentation. All right, so I'll move on to our project overview now. So our project overview has consists of us creating a financial dashboard that it consists of financial performance tab alongside with the cash movement tabs, and in each tab a specific criteria has been given. As for an example, in financial performance tab there is net profit, revenue and cost over time, gross profit, net profit margin, etc. And for the cash movement tab, there are, if I'm not mistaken, opening, closing balance, cash movement over time, alongside with the account receivable and payable table. So to measure our successful task that has been done, we'll be assessing its successfulness based on three criteria. The first one will be the quality, time taken, alongside with the cost taken. So firstly, I'll start from the financial performance tab. Based on the criterion that I have mentioned, Alisa, since you and me were working on this, do you think we have successfully finished this project or task?
Yeah, I think we did very well on doing this. There was some like miscommunication in terms of design, but which ultimately caused like a delay for about half a day, I would say. That is the only downside for this part. But in terms of quality, I think we definitely met what the stakeholders want, because we included everything is very simple and also very neat. We included a lot of different buttons and functions that makes all of this very simple to use. So yeah.
Okay, that one I definitely agree. We have definitely incorporated so many, not many, but like we have definitely incorporated many like button, etc., to make this financial dashboard as efficient as possible. Now I'll move on to the second one. The second one would be the cash movement tab. So Miranda and Junior, could you maybe like briefly explain or elaborate to us whether do you think, oh, this has fits the quality stated or the requirement given? Thank you.
Okay. So for our cash movement tab, we managed to fulfill all the requirements requested, as also with the invoice tab. We managed to put in the opening and closing balances, cash movement, and also separate the account payable and account receivable table so that it will be easier for the clients to refer, as well as our
Yeah.
Can you move back to the previous slide?
Yes.
Okay. As well as our tree graph. But the only thing is that we had concern with is that our designs, some of our designs are not the same. So we had to meet up and discuss. And the other thing is that we managed to put in different colors for different lines, for example, pink and green, so that it will be easier for the client to refer to.
Okay. So, that's all from Junior. Miranda, do you have anything to add on?
Okay, I quite agree with Junior about the success part, but I just want to add another describe for the difficult that we meet, which is when we because from the start we actually estimate that we can finish this cash moment tab within 3 days, but in actual we takes like almost more than 3 days to finish it, but we still like finish it within. I think we actual date that we take is 4 days, which is less than 1 day in the compared to the baseline. So, but yeah, so that's the things like we think that we actually think that we can finish it early, but actually we can't.
Okay. So I'll take that as some of the difficulties that we have faced. Maybe we could consider it as one of the discrepancy where we have miscommunication, and the other one is the wrong estimation of task given. All right. Now that we have talked about our success, like our successful project based on the quality, I'll move on to the other measure, which is time taken and cost taken. So here's I already attached the current statistic of our project. I think I could summarize this for you guys. Basically, after we plug in the value accordingly with the changes that Miranda have already mentioned as well previously, as it's shown here, we spend 1.6k ringgit less cost in comparison to the baseline cost, and we have a longer duration. I believe this is because of the new task requested on the invoice tab, right, Miranda? Could you briefly elaborate on us on the task given for the create visual for income tab?
Yeah, so for the invoice, right, actually it's kind of similar with the accounts receivable and account payable for the cash moment tab. But due to the limited space in that tab, we actually didn't perform all the information. So we actually after we received the update from our manager and the client's request that we can provide a full more details information for the account payable and account receivable, then we decide to create a new tab which name invoice to put all the information from the cash moment tab, the cash payable and cash receivable in the invoice to present all the information to the clients.
All right. Okay. And additionally, this task was given to BI developer too, which is Miranda and Junio, to finish the visual for the invoices. And I believe looking at the time taken, we are kind of a bit late. Like we finished slightly later than what we expected, but it is justified because we do receive a new task requested. Yeah. And then now I'll move on to the review and retrospective. So I'll close the screen now. I'll move back to the Kanban board. So in the retrospective, there are 3 things that we want to discuss here. The first one is what went well, and the second one, what did not go well, and how can we improve. I believe you guys have already added your comment here. So I'm just gonna, okay, Junio, can you elaborate your point in what went well in this task given?
Okay. I think what went well was our open and effective communication paired with great teamwork among our team members, where they always support and help me out when I had difficulties and covered my work also when I was busy. Besides, everyone was also active and they participated in every meeting, as well as constantly providing constructive ideas and opinions. Yeah.
Okay. For Miranda and Alisa, could you maybe follow up on this section?
Yeah, so as what we mentioned before, we actually finished all the tasks within the baseline deadline. I think we are a very strong supportive group, which we actually not familiar with the Power BI function. Yeah, just like Junyu say, like we support each other, we like help each other when we have difficulty in the process.
Yeah, for me, I felt that everybody put 100% into their work, because the end result that we get is not only meet the quality and expectations of the stakeholders, but I felt that we actually exceeded it. So yeah, props to everybody. And also I felt that everybody was very honest when giving feedback in terms of like the visualization. All the feedback wasn't rude or anything like that, but it was just honest, so that the visualization can be improved upon. Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna add into that. Yeah, I definitely agree on what Alisa has been saying. Like we do give constructive criticism to each other, and we're definitely easily adaptable to changes. We're quite flexible and not stubborn to any updates given lah. And now moving on to what did not go well. Maybe Alisa, you wanna go first on this one?
Yeah, I think for our part, which is the financial statement tab, there were different ideas in terms of what kind of design that we should do for the dashboarding, and that actually caused a more delay as compared to the other team tasks. So yeah, I think that's the part that did not go well.
Agree. Miranda and Junior, do you want to add on anything?
Yeah, just for the comment that I state at there. We have actually each member we have different working times, as we have other assignment need to be complete. So that's a really hard time that we need to design, like everyone is free on that time, then we available to process our meeting.
Okay, correct.
And for me, I think it's my shallow knowledge in the tools used in this assignment, which is the Power BI and Microsoft project, as I had little to no prior knowledge and background. Furthermore, we also didn't have enough time and information to fulfill all the requests by clients.
Okay, I definitely agree on that one. I believe that my limited knowledge on BI and like just the app that we use definitely hold some constraint on me, and like how do I act and like how do I finish the task. So yeah, that's definitely, yeah, that's what did not go well. So moving on to the last part, how can we improve? Okay, on this one, I'll let Miranda start first.
Yeah, just like what I say, like I think for resolve all the difficulty we met, right? Actually, meeting is the best solution. Since like we can discuss all the idea together to see like whether which part we have difficulty to face and stop our progress. But yeah, like we have different free times like each member, so it's very hard to decide like the meeting times for us. But I think the meeting will be the best solutions. We can improve on this part, which we actually can conduct more meeting to discuss.
All right, thank you, Miranda. Now, Junior, could you maybe elaborate on your comment here? Oops.
Yes, I agree with what Miranda said, and I think I can improve by improving my time management as well, as we all have many ongoing assignments and classes which may clash with our meetings and also working hours. And besides that, I will also do more research and follow up with lecture and tutorial materials in order to keep up. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Junior. Now, Alisa, could you explain your comment to us?
Yeah, I think I definitely agree on what Miranda said, because having more meetings is definitely the solution, in my opinion, because when you discuss more often, we can actually come into a conclusion more quickly, and it won't cause any delays like we had. And also, I felt like we should improve our communication, not in terms of meeting is one thing, but also to constantly update each other in the team, and not wait to the intermediate stand up to update each other. Yeah.
Okay, definitely agree. We could definitely conduct like a off meeting communication. And yeah, for me, I believe in what you guys have commented actually. Like we definitely need to improve in our time management and interpersonal communication within the group member. So I believe this would be all for our retrospective. And yeah, thank you for coming up to today's final stand up. Meetings adjourned. Bye everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.